meantime, on the subject of the czars again, obviously Van Jones now gone. He resigned, blaming sort of the right wing for his resignation in a smear campaign. And then the president's advisors came out over the weekend and said the president did not ask for the resignation and that this was not at his request. I'm curious, Major, as somebody who covers the White House, why would they be saying that? I mean, the question a lot of Americans have is, why not? Why didn't he ask for it?
To distance the president from Van Jones as much as possible. One of the things the White House has tried to convey on background only, the White House didn't want to speak on record about Van Jones at all, wanted that whole controversy to go away, was that he wasn't a player. He just simply was not a factor here at the White House, did not talk with the president with any regularity, reported to the head of the Council of Environmental Quality. And it was within that office that all these issues were dealt with. The statement came out from that office. The resignation was posted at that office. Basically, the White House has tried to keep President Obama as far away as possible from Van Jones, making it his controversy, the green jobs controversy, not his. And he didn't ask for the resignation. And David Axelrod, senior advisor to the president, said yesterday on NBC he hadn't even discussed any of it with the president. So the White House is basically just trying to say,
Van who?
You were here, now you're gone. We barely knew you.
Right, exactly. But in the meantime, Major, are they digging into these other czars? I mean, they've got to be a little worried because this is a big distraction from the issues they would like Americans to be discussing. And you got another 30-some-odd czars out there who the mainstream media certainly hasn't done any background checks on. It doesn't look like the White House has done much in the way of background checks. So are they going to be sort of ramping up the vetting process for the ones who are already in place or even for this new guy?
No official declaration that they will, Megyn, but this raises an important question. Because the czars, the special counselors, whatever name you want to apply, are not folks who need to go through any Senate confirmation process, the internal vetting process here at the White House has been less intense. Now, there was a lengthy questionnaire that everyone working for the administration had to fill out, much more lengthy and detailed than any other previous questionnaire any other White House had ever put together. So to the degree that that questionnaire has been filled out accurately by everyone, there could be something that would constitute a thorough vetting. But think about this. One of the questions on that form was, have you ever done anything, signed on to anything, or in any way lent your name to something that could later embarrass the administration? Well, Van Jones put his name, knowingly we are told, on that 2004 petition saying the government might have been involved in 9/11. One would think that would fall into the embarrass the administration category. Yeah. Either he wasn't truthful or someone didn't read it, but something broke down there. If there are other episodes of that, the administration is going to have more czar problems on its hands.
Wow. It's fascinating to watch how this unfolded. You know, it hit big time on Glenn Beck on Friday afternoon. He came out with the news that he had signed onto that 9/11 truther petition, and then by Saturday night, Van Jones had resigned. So anyway, Major Garrett is on it live for us at the White House, as he always is. Major, happy Labor Day. Thanks so much.
Happy Labor Day, Megyn.
Government complicity in 9/11, that would be a big red flag. What do you bet they're looking at everybody's questionnaire answers now?
I mean, but he raises a good point. If Van Jones says he didn't sign on to it, what should the White House have done? They should, maybe a Google search? I mean, apparently that would have turned this up. But now are they going to have to get so specific that they say, do you believe that George Bush was behind 9/11? I mean, how specific do you need to get? Obviously, that answer had some embarrassing potential for the administration and resulted in Van Jones's
And speaking of the new guy you mentioned, just as Van Jones exits the stage, yet another czar controversy is shaping up right now. This time it's the president's science czar. His name is John Holdren. Now, some of his views raising eyebrows, to say the least. He co-authored a 1977 book that talked about forced abortions and forced sterilization to control the population. Now, Holdren is on record as saying, quote, to provide a high quality of life for all, there must be fewer people. Now, more recently, he has said that he was never actually in favor or an advocate for forced sterilization, and he does not believe that government should get involved in population control. So watch for this guy to get a bit more attention in the coming days.